The Monkey's Paw. On a cold and stormy night in England, Mr. and Mrs. White sit in their small home with their son Herbert. They are joined by a family friend, Sergeant Major Morris, who has just returned from years of military service in India. Over drinks, Morris begins to tell strange tales of his travels. At first, he speaks of battles and far-off lands, but then he pulls something curious from his pocket, a dried, shriveled monkey's paw. Morris explains that a fakir, a holy man, put a spell on the paw. It allows its owner 3 wishes, but every wish comes at a terrible price. The holy man wanted to show that fate rules people's lives, and those who interfere with it do so at their own peril. Mr. White is fascinated. Despite Morris's warnings, he ends up taking the paw after Morris throws it into the fire and tries to be rid of it. The first wish. That night, half joking, Mr. White wishes for 200, just enough to pay off the mortgage on their house. The paw moves in his hand with a strange snake-like twitch, terrifying him. The next day, life continues as usual until a stranger from Herbert's workplace arrives at their door. Their son. Nervously, he delivers dreadful news. Herbert has been killed in a machinery accident. As compensation, the company offers the grieving parents 200, the exact amount Mr. White had wished for. Mrs. White collapses in despair. Mr. White is horrified, realizing the wish has come true in the worst way. The second wish. Days later, their house is filled with grief. Mrs. White, half mad with sorrow, begs her husband to use the paw again, this time to bring Herbert back to life. Though terrified, Mr. White eventually makes the wish. That night, after midnight, there is a slow, dreadful knock at the door. The sound grows louder and heavier, echoing through the house. Mrs. White, wild with hope, rushes to open the door, certain it's her beloved son returned. Mr. White, filled with horror, imagines what Herbert might look like after being mangled in the accident and buried for days. He knows that whatever is outside their door is not truly his son anymore. The third wish. As Mrs. White struggles with the lock, desperate to let in whatever waits outside, Mr. White makes his final wish. Cancel the second wish. The knocking stops. The street outside falls silent. When Mrs. White flings the door open, nothing is there but darkness and the empty road. The ending. The story closes quietly, with the Whites broken by grief, their son gone forever, and the monkey's paw having granted all 3 wishes, each twisted with cruel irony. The tale works as both horror and moral lesson. Be careful what you wish for, and never try to tamper with fate.